So go to the screw to the right of where you were. You give me just a little tiny twist. Other way. Right there. Awesome. Awesome. You want to verify with me?
Yeah, looks good.
Good. So now we're going to go to bottom left.
Just that one for sure.
That's going to be this next one up?
Correct.
So it might be easier, Nick, if you stand up while you do that. You can. So you know, like, yes.
This, and then stand up, but what's the quicker?
Right. Other direction. There you go. Now go one screw to your right. Other direction. Oh, other direction. Go back. Wrong screw. Go back. Back. Back just a touch. There you go. That's good. And that's it. We're in the circle. So. Okay. Happy? Now we got to go back to number 1 because we adjusted number 2. Right. Number 1 still look good?
I'd say so.
Okay. So now back to the bottom left, just to double check this one, and then we'll hit center. Yep. Okay. Now on the center. Center's the easiest one to change because we can reach it and see it. Oh, look at that. We're dead on.
You hit bottom right, I think it's going to move on you.
Okay, so bottom right. Yep.
No, pretty good.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Top
good.
right just for shits and giggles. Awesome. Awesome. So Mitchell just lost a job.
So I keep the long one
Oh.
so I can reach and look at the same time.
Well, you've got a little height.
Yeah, that too.
With me, I'm like, okay. So that's how we do an alignment.
Alignment.
When we're going to move the unit, a drastic move. Rolling it around, not a big deal, but a drastic move. We want to make sure that those mirrors didn't shift, because obviously by turning left and right, that's causing the alignment, which means that those mirrors aren't locking in place, right? And so vibration is going to make them shift a little bit.
The normal one to go is the third mirror.
Okay.
So if someone comes in and says, "Oh, my thing's off," I usually start backwards.
Start center.
That's your center.
Yeah.
And work your way back.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we want to check the tape. The tape again. Go to
Oh,
center.
we don't have to do the burn again. Do it again.
Okay. Oh, because you've already aligned the laser.
Yep.
So actually, you didn't align the laser. You aligned the LED.
Which is tied to the laser.
Right.
Yeah.
You align the LED, and that's what we're using for aiming the mirrors.
Yep. Okay. You got it.
Because you can't move the laser.
You got it. Okay. You got it. Let's drop this table, and I'll leave the raster plates in.
Okay. So this is the second adjustment that we're going to check.
This is the table level.
Table level.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to grab the raster plates. So these ones need to come out.
Yeah. They'll come out.
Yeah, I figured it would be a good idea to keep that.
Yeah, I don't really care to put them there, but
But we were kind of stuck with that.
yeah, we gotta change this.
See how all the magnets came in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
So you can put that one right there.
Mark this front.
Yep. It doesn't matter really after today. They just do that for the shipping and for assembly.
Oh.
Where's it from, right?
Yeah. I mean, it could be there. It could be here. Put it there. Put it over there. We just had so many people. What are you putting?
these can be.
This is the top.
This is the top.
Yep. So the buttons are on the bottom.
Button.
There you go. Cool.
So the pro tip for something you missed that he offered us is that these are actual steel plates, which means we can take magnets and use that to hold our material down instead of worrying about setting up the vacuum. So is there a reason why we swap these? So there is a vacuum. Doesn't matter. That's what the bottom is. The bottom port is actually that.
Yeah, I figured there was a vacuum in there somewhere.
It's a vacuum and an exhaust.
So currently we're not creating a vacuum.
What's that? We are not.
Kind of need a ton of sections to create that vacuum, to be honest. Okay, so I usually start in the front just because it's nice and easy for me to see.
Okay.
Same thing, I'm coming just almost touching, just leaving a very, very small gap. And then I'm just going to check to see if the gap grows or shrinks in all four corners.
Okay. So, I mean, is it worth using a micrometer or
No,
is that not?
no.
Okay. So that's shrinking.
I think it's just an optical illusion.
Is
It
it?
looks
Okay.
pretty good from here.
Okay. You're down lower, so.
And I'll go over the little buttons or the
To
holes.
see if you flick.
Yep, exactly. That looks pretty good as well. So there's that.
Okay.
So the reason you have to do it with these is there's always a constant flex in the vector grids.
Sure.
So they have a slight bubble to them, so when you put stuff on them, they level out. So there's always just a slight bubble on those guys.
Okay.
So, and what will happen too as time goes on, if you like reach in and you put your hand on it, you might depress a certain spot on there. So you'll get little waves in your vector grid. So
Don't lean on it.
don't lean on it. Yep.
But then at what point would you want to replace the vector grid?
Once you can't engrave on it anymore, really, if it gets too out of whack. So last thing, if we're gonna make the adjustment, let's say we needed to adjust, I don't know, we'll do this one, it's easier.